Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to today's session, Career Counseling, organized by Skillveda. Skillveda is hosting this session to unpack career planning and what it means for students, skill choices, and the future of work. Choosing the right career path can feel confusing with so many options, skills, and trends around us. That's why today's session is designed to give you clarity, direction, and confidence about your next step. We are delighted to have Ms. Sheetal Sharma with us today. She brings years of experience in career guidance, student mentorship, and skill mapping. Welcome, Ms. Sharma.
Thank you very much, Twinkle ji. It is absolutely an honor and a pleasure to be here because student group is such that they give you a lot of energy. So more than you can deliver and make them learn something, you end up learning something or the other from a session like this. And these internships, I think, are a beautiful way of giving them their exposure, which is beyond the classroom.
Very true. Practical hands on training.
Absolutely, because we are not teaching them or telling them something. We are coaching them, and that is
Actually, we are
beyond.
mutually understanding our topic, to be very frank.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I will request all the students a very good afternoon. It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm sure you must have had your brunch, had a good sleep over the weekend, and your holidays have begun, right? Give me
Yes,
a
ma'am.
thumbs up, give me a reaction, unmute yourself, make some
And
noise.
please switch on your cameras first of all. See, Rudraksh, Arfa, they have switched on their cameras. This is the protocol of
Everybody,
an
it's
online
great.
session first off.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I really want to see. And Satyam, your camera is vertical. Can you just put it in the horizontal way so I can see you better? Yeah. Thank you, Ishani. Thank you, Nihit. Thank you, Satyam. It is an absolute delight to see younger generation proactive and happy. Are you all? I see some faces not so happy, straight out of the bed look, which is okay with me. Which is fine. I know it's holiday time. Who wants to take a bath? And oh my God, 12 o'clock session. Who wants to wake up at 12? My circadian rhythm is just not working like that. I want to sleep through the day. I want to work through the night, isn't it? Next time, I think we'll have more attentive people at 12 in the night, isn't it? We should do a session at 12 in the night, right?
Kids are literally they are awake in night and sleepy in daytime.
रात को 1 2 3 बजे करा लो सेशन, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. जितनी बातें करानी है, जितना कंसंट्रेशन वाला काम कराना है, रात को करा
Exactly,
लो.
exactly.
Isn't it? Right,
वो
Ishani?
ना
I
डे
see a lovely
what we
smile on your face.
डे पर्सन या नाइट पर्सन आजकल ये ट्रेंड है ना what they call it
Yeah.
नाइट what we call अरफा what we call this trend क्या बोलते हैं I forgot X मुझे तो याद ही नहीं.
Alpha, what's the Gen Z terminology?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly. Yeah.
So I really need, I'm just waiting for like another 2 minutes for everyone to switch on the cameras. And before I start taking names of people who have their cameras off, because I'm really good at that, and I work with this population day in and out. So this is like literally my life. You guys are a part of my life more than my family is probably, because I spend more time with you people than I spend with my family. So I'm very good at that. All right. So, just a little brief about myself. I've been a counselor for, I don't know, I don't even remember how many years now. And after doing counseling for almost the whole school, I particularly specialize in counseling for the adolescents, for you guys, because this age group is dearest to me. You guys are so unpredictable. It is lovely. It is absolutely amazing. Today you want to do this, tomorrow you have another plan, and the third day is like, okay, I don't think I want to do this. I want to do another thing. So there's a lot of influence right there. And it's amazing how you voice your influence. It is really amazing. So today's career guidance session, I would not call it an actual counseling session. Counseling is more one-on-one, but guidance session is more where we touch base on a lot of issues which are broad, which have a broader aspect. So we don't touch base on aspects which are very particular to each one of you. We touch base on things like interest, like what's aptitude, how do you map it, what is the future of work, certain facts and myths to be stated there, myths to be busted, facts to be stated. So that's how we go about it. We want this session to be absolutely interactive. You have a question right now, ask right now. Don't wait for the end of it. Of course, end may we'll have a Q&A session, but you don't need to wait. Your generation doesn't know how to wait, doesn't need to know. We are okay with that. Right? Now, the only thing is let's maintain the decorum of the room. So please, no annotations, no unnecessary noises. We do that. All right. So when we're talking about career guidance, a little quiz time first. I have a few questions for you. Best would be you unmute yourself because I am not keeping my watch on the chat box. So it's best to unmute and make some noise here. What does the word career mean to you? Anybody? Give it a thought. Take 5 seconds, 10 seconds. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं लगना चाहिए. And everybody's comfortable with me being bilingual, right? Anybody who doesn't understand Hindi out here? Raise your hands.
No, all can understand.
Perfect. So we'll be bilingual. We'll keep it really cool and casual. ज्यादा फॉर्मल सेशन है क्लास में होता ही है सब कुछ फॉर्मल फिजिक्स भी पढ़ते हैं इकोनॉमिक्स भी पढ़ते हैं सब फॉर्मल ही होता है व्हाट डज द वर्ड करियर मीन टू यू कम ऑन anybody who can just give me any statement there is no right or wrong everybody has a perspective
Come on,
everybody has
they
a
are so
Professional.
Arfa, Rudraksh. I
Yes,
was waiting
ma'am.
for you only.
हाँ जी रुद्राक्ष
Long-term progression on professional life.
long term progression on professional life wow that's a rather technical definition
Professional term, that's rather a professional
yeah
term.
Ma'am,
yes
a career is the work or profession a person choose and like develop over time to earn a living using their skills and achieve their goals.
I'm very glad with that answer chat gpt तो नहीं किया था ना
No.
बिकॉज एआई है तो यूज तो करना चाहिए और यूज करना बनता भी है बट कहीं ना कहीं we need to we need to bring our critical thinking there yes it is something that you design long term based on what you like to do and it has to give you a living a life that you are used to right now when you have a smartphone you have a laptop which is not a third rate laptop and a baba adam ke zamane ka laptop then obviously you need to earn a living you need to stand on your own feet parents are not feeding you nobody has trees of money I haven't seen one so if you've seen one tell me about it I'll go pluck some all right so yes career is that how is that different from a job how is a career different from a job ishita think pranjal nihit yes rudraksh
Ma'am, career is something which we means it is a progression type thing. We progress it and we earn better. And a job is something if we are doing it regularly and the same things. We are not progress. We do not achieve any progress or something like that.
so that means if I joined as a counselor and then I became an hod that's my career or is it in the same job
So probably it's
देखो मैं
becoming.
confuse करूंगी वो मेरा
Ma'am,
काम है
job is usually a short term and like career is a long term. Like we do job to earn money and career is the long term path of your work life.
There can be many jobs in the career.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Twinkle ji. Hanji, Pranjal, still thinking. Ishita, still thinking. निहित बोलो स्माइल तो बहुत प्यारी है बोलो
He is the only student who keeps on smiling for the whole session.
and that's so sweet it makes us feel so good
Nihit Gupta, now you are talking about Nihit. Yeah, he's.
yes Nihit
Yes, ma'am.
Ishani
Ma'am,
go on Nihit
ma'am, if we differ, like job is particular thing, like we have a certain mindset in that, like we have to do that thing and we have to like we are doing a job for anyone else, and career is basically our personal thing, like which we decide and we think of to do every in our future and in life.
Okay. All right. Yes, Simonti, I think you've raised your hand. Can you switch on your
Ma'am,
camera also?
I think my camera is switched
Yeah, yeah,
on.
your camera is switch
Thank
on
you.
only.
Thank you. I have a smaller window right now. My bad.
Okay, okay, okay.
So job focuses on earning an income, I think, and career is like an opportunity to achieve goals and building a future we actually want.
My God, इनको career guidance की क्या जरूरत है? They know it. All of them. They just need to collaborate together and put their thoughts together. Excellent, brilliant. Yes, career is a long-term progression. Career is about how you define what all jobs you will take throughout your career so that you can achieve a particular goal. You earn that money and there is progress happening. Right, great. So, job is more in the moment, career is more long drawn. All right. What do you need to have to build a career? What all do you need? And I'm sure there can be multiple answers. So I'm expecting a lot of answers. Shoot out one word, few words, sentences. We're open to anything subjective. Come on, Satyam. Not a word from you till now. And the others who switched off their cameras, I'm sorry. Your interaction is very minimal.
Ma'am, can you please repeat the question?
It's there on your screen, dear. What do you need to have to build a career? क्या
मैम
वो
we
चीज़ है जो तुम्हारे अंदर होनी चाहिए ताकि तुम्हारा करियर बने?
Ma'am, we need
Ma'am, basically we need to understand like what are our interest areas and what are we are passionate about.
Okay, interest, passion. Yes, Ishita.
ma'am we need overtime experience and skills to build a career.
Experiences. All right,
Yeah,
Rudraksh.
Rudraksh. Yeah.
Ma'am, upscaling means developing our new skills and
All right, all right.
other things.
Upskilling, developing our skills. Yes.
Education, hard work, goals.
Education, hard work, goals goes without saying. Absolutely spot on. Thank you, Arfa. Yes. Anybody
Ma'am,
else? Yes,
ma'am,
Simanti.
consistency, confidence, and adaptability.
Very good. Consistency, perseverance. You're doing this today, you're doing that tomorrow. Doesn't work. Where do you see the growth? Because you're starting everything from scratch. And adaptability, one of those most important 21st century skills, which a lot of our people have lacked. And trust me, this is one skill that is better in Gen Z. You will just make do with whatever you have and you will just get into that. We are more fixated when it comes to that. No, I want a particular office like this. I want a particular job like this. This is my forte. I will do only this. That is where you get stuck. Great. Thank you, Simonti. Very good ones. Anyone else wants to add on? All right. So basically, what you need to have can be categorized in two things. One is your education, your sincerity, your hard work. The other is your skills. And skills cannot be achieved in just one day. It is an absolutely over a period of time, ever learning, ever growing process. So make sure your skills are never ever compromised. Skills जैसा word ना बोल्ड में लिख करके सामने कहीं अपने पिन बोर्ड पे लगा लो. Because we forget. We forget we have to do skill building. We forget that we need more and more development in our own selves, which is not just connected to our academics, which is not about marks, which is not about clearing a particular board exam. It's way more than that, right? Is it important to have a degree? This is a very Gen Z question. Is it really important to have a degree? Because I hear a lot of college
No,
Don't
students.
ma'am.
think so, ma'am.
You
Don't
don't think
think
so? All right. Give me
No,
your
ma'am.
replies. Why? Satyam.
Ma'am, basically, degrees are just to showcase, like, we have done this. But if you have the skills, the degrees are not required so much.
Okay.
Earlier, the skill was not seen the degrees were fun, but nowadays the degrees are like skill are more prominent than the degrees.
All right. Thank you, Ishita.
Ma'am, maybe in most cases we do require a degree, but some platforms like social media and all that we require skills and experience to make our career.
Okay. All right. Ishani.
I think it actually depends on the career, and I think degree does matter still because you won't let a doctor treat you without a degree. So for that you need a degree, and skills also matters, but degree also matters.
All right. Simadhi.
Ma'am, it depends person to person about what career they are choosing. So if they are going to take social media, so they don't need a degree. But when you are being a teacher or a doctor, like official professions more like, so you do need a degree for that.
All right. Okay. So I think out of this entire conversation, what I kind of understand is that we have both sides. We do need a degree also, and sometimes we don't. If it is a kind of career which is totally not really, dependent on a degree to get our entry into that particular industry, then we might not need a degree. But as somebody from a generation above, I am just giving you one pro tip, and I'm sure I'm speaking to all 10th, 11th, and 12th graders here, right? A pro tip: degree is always an entry ticket to your industry. Your resume does not get shortlisted for 90% of the jobs if you don't have that degree on your resume. Once your gateway is done, you're open and you're through the first entry level, then it is always your skills that will matter. Then it is not about your degree. So a lot of people, when they are in a particular corporate and they have to step up to the ladder to the position of a VP or a president level, they generally get stuck because they don't have a master's of business administration. And you see, and that's why you see all of this upgrad and all coming up with online degrees from international universities. What they're doing is they're giving degrees to professionals who are working, who cannot take time off from their work and put that dent in their resume. So these are all online degrees. Of course, you have to work double because you're studying and you're in the corporate working full time. And full time work is not just about 8 hours. Full time work is way more than that. So this is a pro tip. Even if you're doing music, dance, even if you're doing social media marketing, there is a degree for everyone. Also, another pro tip here. Imagine if you wanted to enter a field which did not need a degree, like social media marketing. Doesn't need a degree. You just need to know it, right? How you do it. But what if it doesn't click after a period of time? The academia is always open to you and that will demand a degree. So you can teach at all levels, school level, college level, undergrad, postgrad level. You can teach as elective subjects integrated to certain masters or business or bachelor's courses. So you can actually enter the field of academia with a degree. Academia does not encourage only skill, it definitely needs a degree. Will you go to a professor who's not qualified enough on paper, who's only an industry expert? Or even if you would want to, I'm sure the parents would not want to invest there. So that's how it matters. Good with me, everybody? All right. Show your reactions. Unmute. Show reactions. Pour it up. Like I said, make some noise. All right. Very often there are questions when I sit for a counseling session, and if there is a student who's totally clueless about what he has to do, he or she says, ma'am, give me a career which will make me the most money, where I can earn a lot, जिसमें पैसा बहुत हो. So which career do you think is the best in the world? Anyone?
Choosing the career you want in your life.
Okay, if I want some career which does not give me money enough, I want a career in probably, so Primary teachers are not taught, but I love children and I really want to do that. After 10 years, I feel I'm not earning enough. Now what?
Ma'am, then you should, anybody should upgrade in that. You can change schools.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Yes, anybody else? And am I only going to communicate with these 7-8 people who switched on their cameras?
Yeah, Nikunj.
I
Yeah,
have a
Nikunj.
new one
Yeah.
now. Thank you.
Ma'am, if you want to choose a career that gives you the most options, like there is no such career that does not give you the most money. If you want to gain money, just be obsessed with it and uh, give it the as much time as you can, and eventually you will make the most money out of it.
All right, give it as much as you have and be obsessed with it. I love the word. I love the word. Put your obsession to good use. Great, Nikunj. Thank you very much, and I'll appreciate if you can put on your camera also next time. All right, we move forward. What are skills? Skills होते क्या हैं? कैसे skills हैं? किन skills की बात हो रही है इतनी देर से? कहाँ से आएंगे ये skills? मैंने बता दिया 21st century skills, adaptability is very important. How do I work on it? कोई तो पूछो मैम, ये भी तो बताओ काम करना कैसे है? कहाँ से मिलेगा ये skill? It's not available in the market. It's not something you can buy off the rack or shop on Myntra.
We will develop it by performing the task and it will eventually become the skill.
Okay, we'll develop it by performing a task. All right, good enough. Anyone else?
Through
And for that,
practice.
ma'am, we are doing internship to upgrade our skills.
Very nice. Excellent. Yes, it is through these kind of internships. It is through programs, events when you participate. It is through a lot of proactive approach that you develop your skills. I'll give you, so I am known for being a little upfront in my sessions. So I'm sorry if I'll hurt the sentiments of anybody, but being honest with you, people who've not switched on their cameras are losing out on a lot of skill right now, are losing out on the skill of being seen and heard, the skill of talking, communicating, the skill of presenting yourself on camera, on screen, the skill of being noticed. It's very important. देखो बच्चों, सीधी सी बात है, we are in India, where the number of people at par with you or even more brilliant than you is amazingly high. बहुत जनता है हमारे पास. एक एग्जाम में there are like 12, 15, 20 lakhs of students sitting for every exam, even more. So if you don't have the skills to be proactive, I'm sorry, you're losing out big time. And this is another big warning to a lot of them who've not switched on the cameras. Because you are losing out on the skill of being remembered and noticed. So skills is all of that thing which makes you stand out. We remember certain people very well, but we don't remember certain people doing the same task, right? That's because of their capability of standing out. So that is what is skill, and you develop it only by doing. You cannot develop it otherwise. So this brings me to a very, very important point where thoda sa yahan pe lecture hai, bear with me. All right. So this brings us to a very important point where we say there is a lot of research for career choices being made by the influence of peers and seniors. You guys are in school. I'm sure you've spoken to a lot of your seniors, right? कौन सा career लेना चाहिए, कौन सा stream लूं, कौन सा subjects लूं, मैम दीदी इसमें क्या होता है, भैया उसमें क्या होता है? A lot of friends. And sometimes we even choose subjects because our friends are choosing that subject. We also get conditioned. I'm sorry, parents, but we also get conditioned by our parents' aspirations. So we stop thinking here and there about what we want. I've had children struggle after 12th, after graduation, that we did not even know what to think. Because I had all software people in my house. I just wanted to become an engineer. I didn't know anything else. Or my mother is a CA, my father is a CA, they run a very successful firm, I only wanted to be a CA. So that's one more thing. Also, because our information is very half and half. We just don't have enough information. What we research or what we scroll on the screen are the reels which don't matter to us. Some celebrity walking the Met Gala, how does that matter to us? Screen time has to be used carefully. Social media is not your enemy. Gadgets are not your enemies. Use them. It's important. अभी gadget नहीं होता तो कैसे internship करते? नहीं कर पाते ना. But use them to get complete information. Do not use them to have to scroll endlessly on something else. And then there are a lot of myths. A myth like, if I take maths, physics, and chemistry, I am in the safest zone possible and I will make a career of my own. These kind of myths. And there are a lot of students in the world, in this country at least, and even internationally, who believe in certain subjects making careers and not your own passion and not your own aptitude and interest. So you have to make sure that you break the shackles of these and you move forward. There are posts on LinkedIn for job listings. Every month, about 10 million of them. And the competition out there is so high that if you have a look at a LinkedIn job, and it was just about 4 hours, while ago that it was posted, you have more than 100 applicants on it. That's real life. And this is data talking. Also, a lot of employers are now hunting for skilled talent. Skilled talent. Also, organizations have completely shifted from mere degrees to soft skills like workplace compatibility, like collaboration, communication. Tell me honestly one thing. In the internship, don't you look forward to your peers also talking? Tell me honestly. You want to know what the other person is thinking, right? If it's a collaborative project, you do better. So that's the power of collaboration. A lot of culture alignment. If you don't speak English, forget about an international corporate hiring you. So it's not about whether Hindi is my mother tongue or my national language and I'm good at that and kind of a thing. It is about culture alignment. You have to be one of them to be there. I've seen people get rejected by the HR in my own organization because they were culturally misfit. So your presentation, how you talk, how you greet, how you sit, your body language, everything matters. What your pronunciation is, everything matters. और ये कोई जादू से तो आएगा नहीं, ये तो करने से आएगा. किसी का भी बहुत अच्छा नहीं था, मेरा भी नहीं था. ट्विंकल जी इतने वेबिनार्स होस्ट करती हैं, इतना काम करती हैं, उनका भी आई एम श्योर शी इज वर्कड ऑन इट. एवरीबॉडी वर्क्स ऑन इट. So can you. So you all need to simply gear up for the future. I need to know how. How do we gear up for the future? How do we know what kind of jobs are going to be there? How am I the best fit for this job? That is the big question. Now, moving towards your goal is not going to be easy. It never is. And trust me, we are not here for easy work. Easy work is not always, but yeah, easy work doesn't really pay well. So I'll give you a very simple 5-step process, and I really want you all to, whatever way, make your notes on this, because this is going to be important and it's probably going to make a difference in your life. Know your strengths. अपने आप को पहचानना, एक्सेप्ट करना सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है. This is who I am. So here, everyone, in your notebook, start writing as I progress into this entire thing, this entire slide. Try and highlight what your strength is. Nitin Raj, can we stop doing the annotation, please? Can we get done with that? Thank you. 5-step simple process that I'm going to tell you. Step by step is with what we go. You have any questions at any point of time, please feel free to interrupt. I'm more than happy to be interrupted there. सबसे पहले identify what comes very naturally to you. If you are not good at a particular subject or a particular kind of skill, do not put in and waste your time, effort, and energy in that. So I've had students after 10th, when we do a lot of counseling for what kind of subject options to be taken up, they say, ma'am, but engineering is the safest thing to be. And I really want to be a doctor. Oh, I want to fly the plane. I want to be a pilot. But my physics and maths is really bad. I'll work hard. I'll get the marks. Result is here, but the effort has been here. The result is always around 50 to 60, but the effort has gone into 100 and 120. So we have to understand how to bridge this gap. And that happens when you actually push a thing alongside the wind, not in the direction of the wind, not against it. Also, you need to understand and align this with your interest and passion. अब किसी चीज में ठीक है अच्छे हो, कुछ बच्चे होते हैं जो सब चीजों में अच्छे होते हैं, जो जनरली हाई अचीवर्स हैं, और आई एम श्योर हमारी इंटर्नशिप में बैठे हैं हाई अचीवर्स. But you have to understand that, does this interest me, or am I just doing it to get marks? Do I want to read beyond the books on this particular topic? If AI is it is, or if it is data science, do I want to read beyond the books? Do I want to go to Udemy, Coursera, or somewhere, or do more webinars from Skillveda or internships from anywhere else? Do I really want to do that? साथ साथ में अपना स्किल और एबिलिटी पहचानो, उसके साथ your work style. So some people say that I really want a proper 9 to 5 job. I want a structured job. I'm a very organized person. I cannot work in a setup which says travel today, okay, tomorrow you're here, again go somewhere else. No. I want a structured job. So that's your personality. That's your work style. Some people say, ma'am, I want a traveling job. I don't want to sit at one place. So align your aptitude along with your interest and passion, along with your skill and ability, and that's a lot, I'm sure. It's not easy. Alongside what your work style is going to be. And please, Gen Z की एक problem तो है. Receptivity बहुत कम है. Overconfidence बहुत ज़्यादा है. Please understand, however knowledgeable and informed you are, your cognitive is still developing. Please accept feedback from your teachers. Accept feedback from your peers. Accept feedback from career assessments, psychometric assessments. I think, Twinkle ji, we shared the interest inventory with them.
Yes, we did. Yes.
How many of you did it? How many of you actually paid attention to it? Okay, okay.
Rudraksh, Satyam, Arfa,
Great.
Sukriti. Great.
Great. ये वही लोग हैं जिन्होंने कैमरास ऑन कर रखे हैं. I'm very proud of you guys already. Have a look at it. If you want any more guidance on it, Twinkle Ji is going to be more than happy to book another session and we can do more.
Yes.
We can
These
do-
are the students who are really serious for the internship also. I feel
Yes,
so.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yes.
And see how well we remember your names already. This is my first session with you, but I remember your names now. So it really works, right? Please, iska chahe screenshot le lo, because I know handwritten stuff is so outdated. So a screenshot works better, right? All right. Next up, make sure you evaluate your options. You know what? Your generation has this problem of plenty. You have way too many options now. And these options can be very confusing. So please make sure that you evaluate. Evaluation is about what is great for me, what is not. What is available to me in my budget, what is not, especially for the 12th graders. June aa gaya hai. You really need to evaluate. You need to know budgets. You need to know what location you need to go to. You need to know how you're going to shortlist your university. What kind of faculty is going to be there? What kind of infrastructure is going to be there? Align, assess, research on different career paths. Also analyze what kind of college and course requirements are there. Every college, every course has a different eligibility criteria. हम रैंडम सोच के बैठे हैं कि हम तो ये करेंगे, लेकिन उसका एलिजिबिलिटी नहीं है. लाइक दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी डज नॉट हैव द एलिजिबिलिटी. इफ यू नॉट स्टडीड दैट सब्जेक्ट इन 11th 12th, you will not be allowed to do that particular honors. So understand, check out the eligibilities. Very important thing to do is realize the future scope. You are right now in 2026. By 27, you finish your school. I'm sure the 11th graders will finish their school in 28. By the time you actually reach the industry, it's going to be somewhere like 2032 or 33. So something that is hot selling today doesn't work. Something that is going to be hot selling in the coming future, in the near future, is going to be what is going to work. So please consult, ये दो नाम लिख लो, बहुत important है. The World Economic Forum and the Economic Times. No, the Forbes magazine. The Forbes magazine. Please check these two out. They give you a lot of futuristic career options. What is going to be in, what is going to be out, what AI will take over. आजकल ये बहुत हल्ला मचा हुआ है कि AI will take over all our jobs. No, that doesn't, it's not going to happen ever. It's not going to happen ever. It is going to help us in our jobs. AI को अपना दोस्त बना लो ना. मत सोचो that AI is going to wipe out. Take a more humanized option, some kind of career where human intervention will never work, be waived out. However much you type on ChatGPT, your counseling, mentorship, internships will never be taken over by AI. Somebody will have to organize, somebody will have to give you a tailor-made curriculum, somebody will have to be there. So pick up a profession which is human enough, which needs human intervention. Again, interest, skills, values. Certain things are not ethical to us. Certain things are just not, like I do not spoon feed my students. मैं हमेशा उनको बोलूंगी रिसर्च करने के लिए, वो मेरे लिए एथिकल नहीं है, मैं नहीं करती वो काम. कई लोग AI में बहुत एथिकल काम करते हैं, and some people just don't. So what aligns with your values is something that you have to see. And please get real world guidance, real world exposure. We are all sitting in a bubble, assuming that we know everything, but that's not the truth. We don't. Burst the bubble, come to real life. It's really, really, really important for you all. Burst that bubble. All right, moving on. An exhaustive research is what you need. An absolutely exhaustive research. This exhaustive research will come through different resources. Like this is a resource that you have chosen today. So you're meeting a lot of people. I heard that there was a physical education webinar there, and I was seeing the slides on your LinkedIn post, Twinkle ji, and I saw that Vaishali ji was really talking about the careers in sports. That's how you find multiple sources to gather information. But please be careful. The internet is full of unauthentic sources today. आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा गलत सलत इंफॉर्मेशन कहां से आपके फोन पे आ जाएगी, because it's all data and all your accounts are connected. So they're all going to just fly from somewhere and pop out. Be careful of using authentic sources for your information bank. Study the roles. How do you study the roles? I'm sure all your parents are working professionals. Most of your fathers definitely, mothers का कई बारी choice होता है of being a working professional. Ask them to connect you to people who are in those specific roles. It's the best way to understand what you want to be and do I really want to be this. So if somebody wants to do maybe be a financial analyst, speak to the finance team in your father's corporate. I'm sure he can do this much that he can arrange an on-call discussion with somebody he knows. I always try and do this. If somebody comes to me, I have somebody known, and I'll get that person to speak to that person. The forensic psychology is something very sought after. Speak to an expert. Even if you have a LinkedIn account, and you connect with somebody, you can always connect.
Skillveda can also help them. We have also
Great.
resources. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that intervention. It was great.
Yeah.
Skillveda is that brilliant platform. मुझे नहीं लगता कुछ छोड़ा है, सब कुछ है आपके पास. No, but it's so good to have, a base, a place that can connect you with so many people. Explore the future trends, emerging trends. मैंने अभी 2 चीजें आपको बताई हैं, वो 2 तो है ही definitely, and then you can explore more. Interaction with professionals, absolutely important. Somebody wants to ask about psychology as a career, I am there. Physical education, मैम ने आपको कल दे दी. आज art and design की एक और expert आ रही है, and I'm sure Twinkle ji has a lot of them on board. You have to make the right decisions today. You should not be a generation who wants to start afresh after 10-15 years. It's not easy. Our generation, a lot of people have done that, but it's not easy to start afresh after 10-15 years. So imagine your peers are already here and you have reached them, and suddenly you fall flat on level 1 because you are starting afresh. ना उतना पैसा है, ना वो designation है, ना position है, और मेहनत double है. तो क्यों करेंगे हम वो काम? You have to make decisions which are absolutely on spot today, right? Your skill set. We just talked about skill, right? Academic and technical. So I always say there is a T-shaped education. Your education system today is T-shaped. I'm sure the kind of schools you are coming from are brilliant schools who have popularized this kind of an internship. And this is where you're developing your skill set. But your academic and technical skills is what you deep dive in. You deep dive into your academic and technical skills. So वो हो गई आपकी डिग्री, वो हो गया आपका सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज, वो हो गया आप जिसके आप सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट हो. बट उसके बाद कम्युनिकेशन, योर इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स, योर इंडस्ट्री रेलेवेंट स्किल्स, your critical thinking, your creativity, your problem solving, all of this comes on this horizontal bar. This horizontal bar actually talks about how you combine your entire soft skills to your technical skills. And that is super important because entry तो हो जाती है mass placements के बाद. आपने कॉलेज से मास प्लेसमेंट करा लिया, आपकी एंट्री लेवल हो गई. उसके बाद किसी को प्रमोशन मिली, किसी को नहीं मिली, किसी को जॉब स्विच करके एक बहुत अच्छा पैकेज मिल गया, किसी को नहीं मिला. कैसे, क्यों? Because that person said, I will multitask. You want a team leader? I will be that person. You want somebody to work overtime? I'll be that person. This person said, okay, this is not my real KRA, but I will do it. Let me explore.
Sheetal ji, I want to add here something. Sorry for the
Please.
interruption.
No problem.
When we started the internship and I asked for group leaders, we want group leaders for every group.
Right.
Rudraksh, Arfa, Nihit, maybe I'm missing some names, but they are the first who mentioned their names. I said you can nominate other also, but these are the people who nominated themselves first. Ki nahi, we want to do it. Taking
Excellent.
initiative is one of the most important thing.
Absolutely. Like I said, proactive nature.
Yes, yes.
जो अगर अपॉर्चुनिटी आ रही है तो दोनों हाथों से उसको ग्रैब करो, छुप के मत बैठ जाओ, बिकॉज छुपने वाले को कोई नहीं ढूंढेगा. हमारे पास बहुत लोग हैं दुनिया
जो
में.
दिखता है वही बिकता है आज की
बिल्कुल. देखो, अब आप लोग हो गए बड़े, तो आप लोगों के साथ हम कोई बहुत बबल वाला स्पेस तो क्रिएट करके रखेंगे नहीं. अब आप लोगों को हमें बहुत जॉली गुड दुनिया है वो तो दिखाएंगे नहीं. The world out there, and if I can read your faces, you are all in 11th and 12th. The world out there is a very brutal place. It is a very heartless school.
We can't carpet the world, but yes, you can wear the shoes to walk in.
Absolutely. So wear those shoes. It's super important. And it is imperative and mandatory today. नहीं तो आप exist नहीं कर रहे हो. Right? Move on. Plan strategically. I'm sorry for the typo error over there. मजाक नहीं उड़ाना. Sorry for the typo error, okay? Okay. Very clear short-term and long-term goals. Very, very important. आप लोग बहुत लॉन्ग टर्म बना करके सोचते हो, अच्छा कल पढ़ेंगे, अच्छा परसों करेंगे, अच्छा तरसों करेंगे. वो कल परसों तरसों कभी नहीं आता. सो हैव दोज शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स. एक बहुत क्लीशेड चीज है स्मार्ट गोल्स, बट ट्रस्ट मी दैट दे वर्क इवन टुडे. और हम लोग अपने बचपन से पढ़ते आ रहे हैं, सो आई एम टॉकिंग डोंकी नंबर ऑफ इयर्स बैक, generations like decades back. पर वो स्मार्ट गोल्स एक्चुअली आज भी काम आते हैं. Be very specific about your short term goal, then make your long term goal. I always say one thing, your career goal has to be a backward progression. अगर मुझे 10 साल बाद एक चीज अचीव करनी है तो मुझे उसके लिए 5 साल बाद क्या डिग्री चाहिए, and then what do I need to do in my grade 11 and 12. That is super important. So make sure your short-term goals are clear and your long-term goals are clear and they are mapped with the right subjects and right options. There are students who want to do psychology and then they want to travel international, but they hate maths, so they do not choose maths. I can't send them to the best universities. Psychology happens to be a mandatory subject for a lot of children who want to study psychology internationally. इंडिया में रूल डिफरेंट है, बाहर रूल डिफरेंट है. इट्स अ लाइसेंस प्रोफेशन, सो यू हैव टू रिसर्च, यू हैव टू नो द एलिजिबिलिटी. अगर जानोगे नहीं तो कभी भी एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप रोड मैप नहीं बना पाओगे. यू हैव काउंसलर्स इन योर स्कूल, प्लीज जाके ना उनके डोर पे बार बार नॉक करो. दे आर रियली बिजी पीपल, आई नो, but you have to knock on their door again and again and again and again. I have that happening on my door all the time. Do that. Don't leave your counselors. They're the best people who can help you. Your time management is very important. आप लोगों का maximum time screen time में जाता है. Gaming is your favorite. I'm sorry, but this is research proven, and like I said, I'm going to be very clear and a little blunt. Cut down on your non-productive screen time. Productive screen time, great. पर खाली वीडियोस देख देख कर लोगों के हम करियर नहीं बना पाते. हमें करियर बनाने के लिए उनको फॉलो करना पड़ता है कि वो क्या करते थे. खाली वीडियो देख देख करके यूट्यूब शॉर्ट से मैथ्स में और फिजिक्स में नंबर नहीं आते. उनके लिए टीचर से पढ़ना पड़ता है. सो यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स
प्रैक्टिस
को
करनी पड़ती है.
एब्सोल्युटली उनके लिए पेपर एंड पेन से लिखना पड़ता है. And board exam is not going to be easy. Board exams are now turning towards being competency based. So if you don't know it, you can't write it just because you watched a YouTube shorts. Sorry, it doesn't work. YouTube shorts nowadays, क्या कितना लगता है एक YouTube short बनाने में? Anybody who has the confidence to be on screen, right or wrong, who cares? Who's telling me? I'm just there, right? आपको कैसे पता वो कितना ऑथेंटिकली पढ़ा रहे हैं कि नहीं पढ़े? आपने तो किताब खोल के देखी नहीं.
The person who is not 12th pass, he is telling how to pass 12th.
Yes.
In YouTube shorts.
Yes. So please make sure that's not happening. And have a look at your progress report. It is important. Progress report, when I say that, not just academic, even your non-academic progress report. There are very good sites nowadays which track your profile. So if you've done a few internships, they track your portfolio. If you've done a few internships, you've done a few courses, you've done some kind of co-curricular work, student council, some leadership roles, they'll track your profile. Review it. Listen and talk to teachers. दुश्मन नहीं है आपके. आपको सीधी बात बताएंगे लेकिन सच्ची बात बताएंगे. All right, बहुत हो गया लेक्चर. In a nutshell, this is how the entire career board looks like. So there are clusters that we designed. This I have taken from the Colorado Career Survey, where clusters have been defined. So please understand one thing. When we choose a career, we don't say, I want to be an AI engineer. We say, I want to do something in tech. I'll keep my options open. I'll read about the industries and accordingly I will prepare for my JEE exam. Now, depending on what my score is, what kind of options I have, alongside JEE, I'll give my 10 other engineering exams and then I will see what kind of tech-oriented career I get into. प्लीज डोंट स्टे फिक्सेटेड. मुझे बीएससी फाइनेंस करना है तो बस बीएससी फाइनेंस ही करना है. अब नहीं मिल रहा बीएससी फाइनेंस, नहीं मैं इको फाइनेंस तो नहीं करूंगा. क्यों नहीं करूंगा? इट इज सो रिलेटेड. एक्सप्लोर तो करो एक बार. It's just about stepping in and exploring. Guys, please understand one thing. Your 12th class school life is very different from college. College, you have the liberty to switch through courses. College is about credits. College is not about pass hua exam ya nahi hua. College is about getting those kind of credits, moving from one course to another, having a lot of major and minor combinations. And sometimes your minor becomes your career and your major is left behind. All of this happens in college. And why you have the liberty to choose is because you interact with. So every school would have what? 500, 700, 1000 children at max in 9 to 12, entire high school. College will have 5,000 students. And there'll be people from other colleges you are interacting, and you are on LinkedIn, you are interacting with professionals. Good college, you have industry experts coming in. Industry experts give you the real show.
Yeah,
So
it's good you
yes,
have just made a point. I forgot to inform. We will be calling a corporate leader by tomorrow or on Tuesday. So get your questions ready for that also. Okay, yeah, please. Skip away.
excellent, brilliant, ma'am. Please send me the link. I like to be in that.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely
be
you
a
will be
silent
there.
student, I promise. All right. So please make sure that you find that cluster कि मुझे इस फील्ड में जाना है, मुझे इस तरह का काम करना है, and you're not fixated on one. So move very strategically and make your skills there. Any questions till now before we move further? Any questions? Anybody who wants to ask anything random, we are open for it. All right, so we'll move forward. Give me a thumbs up, give me a nod, give me a yes. All right. There are certain facts and myths that I. Yes, Ishita.
I'm sorry, by mistake, I raised my hand.
Oh, okay. No problem, Ishita. We'll move forward then. Certain facts and myths that are in a way of questions, and I'd like to know your views on that. Can a PCM or a PCB student, can PCM or PCB be the only combination for medical or non-medical fields? नॉन मेडिकल फील्ड में मेडिकल इंडस्ट्री में क्या सिर्फ पीसीएम पीसीबी के लोग जा सकते हैं? बहुत सिंपल सा सवाल है. और there's no right and wrong. Again, we're not judging you here. कोई marksheet नहीं मिलेगी end of the session. Yes, Ishita.
Ma'am, I think the answer is no, because medical field is also a vast field which requires a lot of different things. Like we can also require commerce for finance in medical field.
All right. Very well said. A lot of interdisciplinary subject combinations are there. There are health and nutrition experts. There are psychology, neuropsychology experts who are required in the hospitals. There are people who do a healthcare management course, an MBA in healthcare, hospital administration. There are people who do bioinformatics and biotechnology, and they work very closely with the healthcare industry. So yes, thank you very much. Is maths mandatory for tech-oriented fields in the medicine industry, in the medical industry? क्या कोई अगर मुझे आज बीटेक बायोटेक करना है या बीटेक बायो इन्फॉर्मेटिक्स या बीटेक बायोमेडिकल इंजीनियरिंग करना है, is maths going to be mandatory? Anybody? Yes, no?
Ma'am, I think it's no.
You think it's no? Yes, it is no. There are universities which will proactively pick you up and give you a BTech without maths. In fact, now there are universities that give you a BTech without physics, chemistry, and maths also. But you have to prove your mettle. You have to prove your caliber. And not your caliber through JEE. JEE के लिए PCM is mandatory. There you don't have an option. But JEE का option है. JEE के बहुत सारे options हैं. ठीक है? All right. So these are available without maths. Can we do technology related courses without physics and chemistry? I think I just gave you the answer.
Yes,
Yes. A lot of people do a BSc data science or a BSc fintech. These are two careers that are really coming up very well. A lot of children are rushing towards it. Fintech is our certification courses are being explored by corporates now. People who were only finance experts are now moving into fintech. ये दो courses जिनको finance और tech में interest है वो लोग लिख लें. Data science and economics, these are dual majors or in a major minor combination. Data science and statistics, finance and technology, fintech. So there are BSc, BTechs, and bachelors, just bachelors. All of them are available. So much so that even cyber security has come into BSc courses now. There are BTechs, but very few BTechs are available with cyber security. A lot of BSc courses are available. Can the students or should the students of PCM PCB go for business and law? करना चाहिए. PCM करके
ma'am,
क्या
they
फायदा हुआ?
can,
लॉ ही करना था तो.
ma'am, they can go according to their passion and they want it,
तो
if
उसके
they
लिए
want to do.
PCM क्यों किया? मैं तो सबसे पहले एज अ पेरेंट या एज अ नेबर या एज अ चाचा ताऊ जी चाची यही सवाल करूंगी, तो इतनी मेहनत क्यों करी PCM में? नेह तुम्हारे पास क्या सब्जेक्ट्स है?
And PCM,
तो अगर लॉ में ही जाना था तो PCM क्यों कर रहे हो? चलो बताती हूँ क्यों कर रहे हो. Have you heard of fields like cyber law? We don't have enough people. And you being an expert of mathematics can get into computer science, can do law and be that expert जिसमें अभी तक लोग ही नहीं है ज्यादा. Also, a lot of business economics or IP MAT kind of exams, these are the IIM exams, are given by PCM PCB people because their analytical thinking has been developed over 2 years. 2 साल के बाद, कई बार 1.5 साल के बाद बच्चा आकर के, बच्चा क्या मतलब बच्चे क्या हो तुम लोग, आई एम सॉरी, आई डोंट वांट टू कॉल यू बच्चास, बट स्टूडेंट्स वुड कम एंड लिटरली सिट एंड क्राई, हो गया बहुत PCM, आगे नहीं पढ़ना, अब बताओ क्या करूं. एंड दिस इज वन ऑफ द ब्रिलियंट किड्स हु इज अ वेरी हाई अचीवर, हाई स्कोरर. हमारे लिए हाई अचीवर हाई स्कोरर एक ही बात है ना. उसको हम रास्ता दिखाते हैं ये मैनेजमेंट का, IIMs का, which is probably tougher than IITs because they have even more limited number of seats and they have only one course which is the IPM course. That's it. Now there are more IIMs, but वो सब करते कराते भी बहुत सारे seats नहीं है. There are what, thousands, a few thousands of seats. That's it. But this is always an option. Again, medical legal is an option. Cyber law is an option. All right. If I don't clear JE, does my PCM become redundant? JE तो हुआ नहीं, अब क्या करूं?
No, ma'am.
It doesn't.
ma'am, they are,
No, ma'am, there are in terms of government colleges, if a student want a government college, there are many of the colleges are there, like DTC of Delhi Institute College. It's work upon on government fully. So I think
Yes. Very good. Thank you, Kanishk. So basically, even if your JE went for a toss, there are 110 options and PCM is not is equal to JE. Sorry. एक बहुत क्लीशेड सेइंग है, PCM is equal to JE engineering, PCB is equal to medicine, commerce is equal to CA और ह्यूमैनिटीज है तो इसको is equal to लॉ कर दो. स्टोरी खत्म. ये एपिक है, ये स्टोरी नहीं है. All right. If someone doesn't want to get into tech related careers, is PCM a wrong decision? टेक तो करना नहीं था, क्यों लिया PCM? So many research oriented courses require you to have PCM, even PCB in fact. Is it true that PCB students end up spending so many years in study?
I
Yes,
can say 50-50.
Sorry, Nihit?
50-50. I can say 50-50 because if they go for specialization in like a cardiologist and anything, like they are spending around 10 to 12 or more than 20 years, like for the specialist.
सो पीसीबी लेकर के जरूरी नहीं है कि मेडिकल डॉक्टर ही बनना है. मेडिकल डॉक्टर बने, great. Yes, 10-12 years of study. Without medicine as a career, you can always move on to some shorter routes of earning money. Is humanities only for students who score lower marks in 10th grade? चलो इसके 60-70% आए, इसको ह्यूमैनिटीज दे दो. इसके 90 आए, इसको साइंस दे दो.
No,
No, ma'am.
Thank you for saying that. In fact, now the trend is that so many top scoring students are purposely opting for humanities and very interdisciplinary kind of subjects. Do humanities students have fewer career options? एक बड़ा ये cliched चीज है कि humanities है, क्या ही करोगे इसमें, यूपीएससी करना है ना? निहित को तो बहुत ही मजे आ रहे हैं. निहित के लिए तो keep that smile intact always.
He's a happy child actually.
He's a happy
He keeps
child.
on
I'm very
smiling.
happy to see him. नेक्स्ट सेशन में मैम इसको पहले ही बोल देना कि आना जरूर है.
He's there, keep on smiling for the whole session, whether he's understanding or not.
So it is not true. In fact, it is so versatile. Humanities have such versatile career subject options that you can go on and on for the careers. In fact, now IITs have opened their doors to humanities students at bachelor's level, at master's level, both. Do they pay less? कॉमर्स वाले लोग तो फाइनेंस में चले गए, साइंस वाले लोग इंजीनियर बन गए, तो अब पैसा किसको मिलेगा? इंजीनियर को और सीए को. बट ऐसा नहीं है. Public policy, advocacy, consultation, social work. You go to these big organizations like SOS and Cry and HelpAge. They pay so much more than you get paid for the technical industry. And do they lack analytical and creative thinking skills? In fact, humanities students are the most perspective oriented and highly opinionated people. फिजिक्स में आपके पास एक फॉर्मूला है जिसको आप क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकते. पॉलिटिकल साइंस में आपके पास दुनिया भर की चीजें जिनको आप क्वेश्चन कर सकते हो. एनी ह्यूमैनिटी स्टूडेंट्स आउट हियर वुड लाइक टू बैक माय थॉट? आई डोंट सी एनीबॉडी. या तो कोई बोल नहीं रहा है. नेवर माइंड. ऑल राइट, कैन वी बिकम गुड entrepreneurs, सक्सेसफुल पीपल विथ ह्यूमैनिटीज? या ये वाला काम भी, डिपार्टमेंट भी सिर्फ टेक्नीशियन टेक लोगों का? A whole list of people who were so successful, even though they did something like communication, English, or PPE. PPE is big today. And by as tech experts, also you can get into PPE, public policy making. So please start thinking on things beyond just your small area of study. There is a lot of scope today. And what matters is again your skill. Your technical education is not going anywhere, but alongside your skill, that is what matters. There is a course, there is a degree for everyone. You just have to find out what. Any questions? Otherwise, we wrap up the session. Anybody, any questions?
We will be having a next session also with Sheetalji.
Okay.
So if you have any questions, just prepare it and we will answer in the next session.
Yes.
Nihit, Rudraksh, Satyam, Kanishk, Arfa, and all the students, any questions, please go ahead. Divya, Ishani.
Very happy to answer questions if you have any right now. If you have a thought after the session, please keep it intact, keep it written somewhere and ask.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I have a question. Like I have more than 2, 3 skills which I can, if someone gives the work, I can means how to get the paid internship.
How to get paid internships? Paid internships for high schoolers are a little difficult in India because of the labor laws. But through known people or through international connects, So there are certain websites. I'll try and find them and send them to Twinkleji, and she can upload them in the group. There are certain websites that give you paid internships. So certain transcription work, some kind of data entry work, which internationally people need students to do it for them. But it is difficult in India, to be honest, because of the labor laws. India में 16 के ऊपर employment नहीं होती है, 18 के ऊपर employment होती है. So even corporates want to, take it a little easy when it comes to paid internships for high schoolers. Yeah. Good question, by the way, Rudraksh. I'm very happy if you're looking at paid internships. Yes. Anyone else? Or should we wrap up?
Yeah, I think we are done with the questions now.
All
Thank you
right.
everyone for joining. Thank you, Shitalji, for
Thank you,
such
ma'am.
a nice, motivating session you have given. Thank you everyone for
you.
joining. Yeah, Shitalji, please.
Thank
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
We will be meeting at 2 art and design exploration students. Okay. We have a session at 2 also now. Yeah, Sudhir Prakash, you want to ask
Ma'am,
something?
ma'am, is it for all of us?
No. Who is asking? Pale, give me your
Rudraksh.
name. Rudraksh, you want to attend? You can attend. Not a problem. But this is for specific art and design exploration students. Okay.
Actually, it
Okay.
came in the means everyone's group. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
if you want to join, you can join. I don't have any problem in that. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
All
Shitalji,
right.
for your time
Bye-bye.
and
Thank you
efforts.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Looking forward to seeing you all again. Bye-bye.